Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel featuring my Ford Focus ST, yes, and all of its ailments and problems. So what's today's video going to be about? Well, it's going to be over a space of a few days, but the other day I had the infamous dash error. Yeah, the dash went down and a lot of the graphics along the bottom were corrupt. I gave the dashboard a tap on the top and it all worked fine. So fast forward a few days later, if you remember in a previous video I replaced the wheel speed sensor. That was all okay, but when I pulled into a petrol station, the exclamation on here appeared very briefly. I can show you the symbol by turning the ignition on. This is the one that comes on with the park light. Well, it's not really a park light, it's to do with the handbrake. So if I actually take the handbrake off, put my foot on the foot pedal, the light goes out. The other lights will go out in a second when it goes through its procedure. So yeah, it just annoyed me. And when I was driving along the other day, it flickered and I was like, that's really, really weird. But when I came out to take the car to work the other day, my remote fob didn't work. I pressed the button to unlock the car, put a battery in it, come back out, pressed it. It worked, and I was like, fair enough, must be a low battery warning. Drove to work, no issues, came home, no issues, apart from the indicators didn't work when I pulled into the road, and I was thinking, that's a wee bit random, because they were working just now. Got out of the car, went into the house, couldn't lock the car. So I thought, maybe I've done something with the remobilizer. So, like with a lot of people, I have a spare one like this, and I have the one that I use daily like that, and still made no difference. So I went and took the key, because on these cars they have a key, a bit that sits inside the top of the key there. Locked the door, didn't lock. So I thought, well, the car will automatically arm itself. Come out the following morning, went to do the alarm again, and nothing. So I opened the door, the alarm goes off on the car. I couldn't switch the alarm off. So I actually drove to work with my indicator lights flashing and my alarm sounding. So fast forward to today, I've taken the body control module out because a lot of things on the internet says it's that. Took all the fuses out, put all the fuses back in, plugged it back in. It's kind of like disconnecting the battery to the car, resets it. Came out to the car. Everything works fine. Both remotes work. I can lock and unlock the car. But I've got a feeling that if I'm already having to tap the top of the dash, and when I mean tap it, you're literally like smacking it, making a hell of a noise. I think I've got the infamous bit where the solder joints run dry. So what I'm going to do is take the dash cluster out and see if the pins need doing, because I think they do. And the first thing you need to do, which I haven't got in the car, first of all you have to take this part out, which is just clipped in like so, if that works. And down below here there's a Torx bolt there and a Torx bolt there. So I'm going to get these bits out, take the cluster out. It's a bit of a ball ache to get in and take it apart, but it will at least allow me to take this apart and have a look at the joints on the back of the actual Speedo cluster. So as the rain falls, I'm inside the car and I'm taking out the Torx bits. They're T25s, in case you want to know. And to get to them, like I say, they're a little bit difficult to get to. I've already undone the one on this side and I've got one to do on this side. So I'm going to unscrew them, try and lift the dashboard cluster system itself forward. Even though it's working, it does tend to go wrong. So I'm just trying to determine whether it's the pins on the back of here, which I suspect it is, or the body control model again. But let's take it out and have a look. There we go. So the dash is finally come forward and tipped out. There is a little plug here, which I believe I may need 2 fingers for. It's a locking plug. Yeah, let's have a look at it without my fat hand in the way. It's a little hard to show with my hand in the way, but basically you pinch and lift the clip like so, and that should unlock it and allow you to disconnect it. Yeah. So that is the speedo out, and let's have a look. Do you think it's been taken out before? Don't know. Anyway, let's get it inside, mark it up. You can see the marks on the top where I've had to use my plastic tools to remove it. It just wouldn't come out. That's what it looks like behind. There's tiny little bits of orange plastic from my plastic tool removers. But no hidden money or anything, no secret boost button. But let's get that inside and get it apart. Here we go, I've brought it inside to my computer desk. The hum is my computer whirring away. But what I'm going to do, because what I want to get to is the PCB, the printed circuit and board inside, and actually check these pins. So I'm just gently going to lift it from each of these tags to take the fascia off, because I believe I'm going to have to take the needles off, and I want to mark them with tape as to where they are, even though my speedo is out by about 5 miles an hour. So on here it indicates 35. When you go through those radar things, it says thank you. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get it apart. Yeah, so the tags are released on the back of there, which actually leaves you with the internals of the cluster itself. Now what I believe I have to do is put masking tape under here to mark where the needles rest at 0. So apparently I'm going to push the needles back like so, because that sets them, because you don't want to take them off when they're there, because you won't be able to recalibrate them. So let's get the needles off, but first off, as I say, I'm going to just put some tape under here and mark them where they need to be. Here we go, this is what you want to do. Just put some masking tape under the needles so you can mark them. When you do it, make sure they're back as far as they go on all of them. And it's just so you know where to put them back on. So yeah, get yourself a pen and put a mark towards the end, just so you can line them up. So I'm just going to do that for you. There you go, relatively straightforward. They're online when you get the camera over the right place. And then in order to take the needles off, you actually have to twist them that way and lift, which you won't be able to see with my hand in the way. Perhaps I should invest in a little tripod. I've put the needles in the order that they took them off, but they are pretty much the same. If you've done that, you can actually lift this part to clear the actual front, which I would do. But again, you need to put something flat underneath it to lift it, and then you can unclip the back to expose this, and then the PCB should drop out once you've separated this. So let's take this off. And once you do that, it will expose the clips that you need to do to drop the board away from the actual plastic casing. So these are the little tags that you've got to do to actually get the board out. I probably, again, won't be able to do it with holding the camera in my hand. And I don't want to damage the PCB by forcing it. But yeah, obviously you need to remove the needles so you can take it away, which will expose the pins on the back of this plug. There we go, the PCB is out. This is for the back of the speedo. These are the bits that I'm concerned in, but having looked at them, it's really hard to see with just the phone camera. They all look okay. I mean, hard to tell. I've got my magnifying glass, but I've also got my soldering iron. I'm literally just going to tap each of the top of the pins just to reseat them, and hopefully that'll do it. If not, I may have to send it away, because messing with anything else on here is just beyond my knowledge. Here we go, I've just gone and got a quick lamp, stole it from the bedroom, and yeah, I'm going to go across, waiting for my soldering iron to heat up. I'm literally just going to touch each of the top of these pins and go along and just hope that reseats them. So let's do that. But what I literally mean is each one of these I'm just going to tap and move across just so it reseats the solder on the actual PCB and the pin. There we go. It's going to be impossible to see, but I've literally just retouched the pins down through the middle, and hopefully they've done enough. Right, now it's time just to take these parts and reassemble it, reclip the back in, put this panel on, and then readjust these needles to suit. back in the car. All I have to do now is plug it in. Don't forget, you can actually move the steering wheel on the Focus ST. I've pulled it as far forward and dropped it down as much as I could. I'm going to plug it into that first before I push it back, and then just see if it works or if there's any difference. Right, so one thing I will do is test the actual gauges myself. You can see the immobilizer's working. If I do the procedure of locking the car locks, deadlocks, and unlocks, which it didn't do before, which is brilliant. Right, so in order to do that, you have to press this button and turn the ignition on. So I'm going to have to put my camera down for 1 second. Right, so button is pressed. It should come up with test, like so. Right, so gauge sweep. All of them go to maximum. They go back. That's all looking pretty good. All functioning. It's returned to 0. I don't know what else I can do. That tests the actual cluster at the bottom. This does the LED test. It tests all the things. You can see the snowflake changing its color. And then obviously you can go through all the different functionalities of the car. And one thing I did notice is that my voltage was actually about 11 volts when I looked the other day. It should be about 12.7. But everything seems to be okay. Let's scroll through. Engine temperature 90 degrees centigrade. Is it? Battery 11.9. Yeah, so I may need to top the battery up on the car. Distance to empty 180 miles. That's if I don't start it or use it, I guess. Right, so let's put my foot on the clutch. Start the car up. Revs work. I'm assuming that's roughly where it idled before. Who knows? One thing I have noticed on my car is the shift up light has never worked. It works on the test, so whether it's been mapped out, I'll just wait for the cold start program to run through, because according to that I'm doing just over 0 miles an hour. So it's probably, yeah, it's probably better that it overreads rather than underreads. You can see the amount my car vibrates with these major things. I'll leave it running for a while, obviously, because I want to see if the temperature gauge comes up and everything else does. There we go, the revs have dropped down a little bit. All of the functions work. Let's get into that. Yeah, distance. Like I say, sometimes that was actually corrupting. Instant fuel, as if average speed. That should all fill in, but the outside temperature's working, everything else. Temperature gauge has come up a little bit, which isn't too bad, as well as the fuel gauge, which is looking pretty normal for a Focus. I don't know what it was on, I should have took a picture really, but it's roughly kind of right. The speedo does work. I just literally rolled forward on my drive. I don't know how much it's not calibrated, but you can see I was doing about 3 miles an hour on the driveway. Obviously doesn't work in reverse, which would be handy, wouldn't it? Yeah, so, and the rev counter's all free. All looking pretty good. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll do more videos in the very near future, because I'm sure something will go wrong again soon.
Wow.